Hey, this is Tyler.
This is Carter.
You got some booze you want us to try?
We're gonna try some booze.
Y'all ready for some shit?
In your face!
Booze trials!
Honk honk.
So, I have a little Christmas gift for Carter, really. A little surprise for him, because I know he's going to hate this. He hates pumpkin, but he's going to hate this even more. He's had it before, too, so... it used to be in a larger bottle. I've even teased him about this before and shown him a link to it before. So, without further ado, a little present from our friends at Prairie here.
Oh,
Remember that?
The beer that started it all.
Yeah, buddy.
So, oh boy. Dig it. So, this particular Prairie beer, the wine barrel Noir, is what prompted me to come up with, like, hey, we should film ourselves drinking these beers. Because it was bad, and we tried to film it. Or did we film it?
No, we did not.
Then we got off our asses and got a camera out. Or I think I filmed it with my the rest of it with my phone.
Yeah.
But
it was a very long beer session.
It was... But this
we're gonna relive camera.
But we're gonna relive some memories here.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. And the great thing is that this is in a smaller bottle, so I get to keep the really cool looking label.
Yeah, the label is
the bottle was way bigger before, and I couldn't fit it up on my shelf.
Yeah, it was It was
like 25 ounce.
Yeah, it was a bomber basically.
Yeah,
and
it was a big one.
Thankfully they didn't change the label up or anything. This one a little bit.
Is it just me, or do I feel like I remember that this one before as well was actually red.
That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah,
it's been so long since we've had that one, but I feel like I remembered it being red.
I distinctly remember
actually being red.
We poured it in there and it was tinted red. Also,
it tasted just like a Cabernet. I remember that too.
It's very wine-like, and if you know me well enough, you know that I fucking hate red wine.
We both hate wine, really, like especially.
I don't mind some whites, but the red wines can go back to France and fuck off.
So here's the thing. One difference that they made other than the size is that instead of a 12.5%, which is what it was before, it's now 10. So they've lowered the alcohol content a little bit. And it's an imperial stout aged in red wine barrels. So in other words, it's still that. So
methinks that this is a completely new batch and they fixed a lot of what's wrong.
That's why we are going to find out.
Now,
let's do a little sniffy sniff here.
It smells like a stout.
So it doesn't smell like red wine anymore.
No.
Because this last time when we did this, it smelled and tasted just like a red wine, like straight up wine.
It was
like it did not taste like a beer or smell like a beer.
Piss poor.
Yeah, like it was bad.
So
but, I don't know, man. So we might be like we're trying to base us stuff off of the original memory here, but it might not be it might be a completely different beer because I'm not. I am smelling a hint of wine though, but I'm not smelling it near as bad as it was before.
Yeah, they've cut back on their wine.
Let's see what they did.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it still tastes like a Cabernet.
Oh,
actually, this kind of reminds me. Oh God, I never. God damn it! This reminds me. I mentioned. Do you remember the train wreck episode we did? And I was talking about like when I mixed all that shit together, and I was talking about how it tasted like Blue Moon's bullshit fancy wine beer.
Yeah.
This tastes like their red fancy wine beer. That's what this tastes like. It tastes like a watered down ass wine / beer mixture, and it's just.
Okay, now I'm getting the red. Tilt it like that, and then look in the glass. And you get some red tint. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. If I do it like that.
I think you're trying too hard.
Well, I want to give our audience an idea, or they might think we're fussing around and fucking with them. Anyway.
I see the red tintish a little bit.
It's not as prominent.
More in the bubbles, actually, where the bubbles in the bottle, like where the bubbles in the beer meet.
Yeah.
I feel like I see more of a reddish kind of tint there. Really? I don't know. It is strange. It's very strange,
Ugh.
and this does not taste like a stout. This does taste more like a red wine, and not a good one. I don't know. I'm gonna give this another sip, but I think that might be all I can stand.
I remember being angrier last time.
Well, it was slightly different.
I think it's Stockholm syndrome. I'm just like, fuck. It's just
I don't know. It could be possible that we've like subjected ourselves to so much trauma tonight through the other shit we've done already.
Or maybe
it was just like this isn't near, or possibly like we were so traumatized the first time because we were actually hoping for something great, and it was just it wasn't at all.
What I think it is that you know how in order to you give the flu shot, and the flu shot is made out of the flu vax or the flu.
Oh yeah, so it helps you. It helps you with your strength against the next.
I think that last batch of Wine Barrel Noir was our flu shot. Now we're just like fuck.
We're like, it still tastes
it's
gross.
It's awful, but I'm not sick to the stomach.
Yeah, it's not quite so disgusting.
It's just like fuck you.
It is bad though.
Why did you bring of all the beers?
Yeah, no shit.
Why did you bring this fucking garbage back?
Okay, Prairie. I understand the T-shirt. So doing the T-shirt, that was cool.
Yeah.
They made a T-shirt out of this logo, and the T-shirt looks cool because this is an awesome looking logo.
I've seen it.
Yeah, and I'll try to do a close up here. That's a really cool logo.
It's a nice logo.
Yeah, it's a neat logo, and I get that part. But yeah, I'm with this guy though. Like, what the hell? Like, was it really that popular and we just didn't know? Because it didn't really sell that well at the liquor stores I worked at where I've sold this. And was it really that popular at the barn? I don't recall it being like, at least not when I worked there.
It wasn't when I worked there. But I mean,
that doesn't. I mean, there are lots of liquor stores.
That's kind of subject to question because there's a lot of Prairie beers I've seen just sit on the shelf and collect dust because it's like it's one of these like
it's a very acquired
one of
taste.
these Dr. Dreadful-ass beers that the Shelton brothers bring up, and it's like, why don't they just try it? Like this out of left field garbage is getting out of hand. They do stouts well, just stouts. None of this. We're going to put wine in it, or we're going to put fucking cotton candy in it, or peppermint sticks, or whatever the fuck.
I think it'd be kind of cool with peppermint.
You go right ahead.
If they did a minty beer, I'd be ecstatic about it.
Well,
that would have made a better ginger. That would have made a better Christmas beer.
Well,
that one we did.
We've had mint beer in the past, and you remember how that fucking went.
I meant like actual mint beer, not that chocolate mint.
Yeah,
that attempt at one.
That was nasty. Anyway.
Well, that was a stout too that they tried to mint.
I am baffled that this has resurfaced.
But it has. The other benefit, just like with the Christmas one we just did, the other benefit, this was also like maybe $8 or $7 instead of being like $15.
That's a really good point. They're not putting these gross fucking garbage beers in bombers. So you're just stuck with this big bottle of shit. You're like, I paid $13 for poop. And you can pay half the price, get a little bit of poop. And then you're like, oh, I bought poop, but at least I didn't pay as much, and I don't have as much to pour in the sink.
Well, also, man, like, even for the people that do like this stuff, these are very heavy beers.
If you like this stuff, let us know.
Even for people that do like these, even for the people that do like these beers, these are very heavy beers. Like, the stouts in general, they're just heavy beers, and it's hard to drink a big bottle of a stout. It's very hard to drink a bigger bottle of a stout. If you're sharing it amongst friends, then that's a different story. Like, buy a big bottle of stout and pour like a quarter of it for each of you.
Like a wine bottle.
Yeah, that's a different story. But if you're just like, just you.
And you want to get tanked.
There you go. Just one
stout?
bottle, that'll work. Well, but anyhow, I don't know, man. It's a freaking awesome bottle. I'm keeping the bottle. And that's about it.
Cannot say the same about the beer.
Yeah, no, I'm not keeping this beer. I'm not even finishing that. It's gross. It's absolutely gross.
Prairie, I want to love you.
I feel like I
want to hold your
drink
hand and skip in a field.
I feel like I just drank trash juice, dude, for real. Trash juice.
I want to see your boobies in a Snapchat.
Oh, yeah.
But you need to knock this shit off.
Yeah, dude.
I'm getting tired of being grumpy at you. It really does tire me out. It's like melatonin to me. Every time this guy brings out a beer from you guys, I just go, fuck, here we go again.
It's almost like we're just doing it at this point to entertain anybody who might get
Again, I want to
giggle
love
out
you
of our
guys.
sorrow.
You guys do make decent beers. I like your standard. I still have no fucking clue why you've never attempted a wheat beer.
I'm still looking forward to you. I'm looking forward to the beers that you guys are going to be making from your own gardens. I think that's a really cool idea that you guys are doing.
Don't
Having
put
your own garden.
don't keep your fucking papayas and your fucking
I'll take a papaya.
your
beer.
hot dog trees or whatever the fuck. Keep those away from your brewery.
Oh. I'd take a papaya beer. That'd be badass.
Well, they'll fuck it up. They'll find a way.
But we digress, though, man. Yeah, this isn't near as bad and traumatizing as we remember it, but there was so many factors that went into that.
We were drunker.
We were drunk as fuck already,
and I think it was just the sheer shock of
Yeah.
it. Like we're just pouring, and we're like, Jesus Christ, it looks like wine. And
yeah, and it came from. It looked like wine and tasted like wine from a beer bottle.
it was.
But this wasn't quite that bad.
It
although
was-
it was still pretty bad.
It was like you took like a cashed out beer bottle and poured wine in it.
This really does taste a lot like I'm just like drinking like, like say like you get the puddle out in nature with like just like rotten apples and stuff that like got into it. It's just been sitting there brewing for a while.
A squirrel pissed in it.
Yeah, like fucking just nature puddle brew of crap that just went in there and rotten fruits and stuff. This tastes like rotten fruit, guys. Like that's what this tastes like. It tastes like rotten fruit. This does not taste like a stout, and it doesn't taste like wine this time, but it does taste like rotten fruit.
I think it tastes like all three.
I don't know. But I do digress, and I think we're done here. So unless you got something else, Carter, I'm good to go. We're going to go on. Peace out, guys.